Hey love, it's Angelica aka Angie B, and welcome to episode 1 of the Sew-In Diaries. In this series, I'm going to share with you all the best tips about how to get the best sewing that looks like it's growing out of your scalp while it's still protecting your hair and looking amazing. And another thing is, so many people do not know how to care for their hair at all, to the point that no matter what the quality of the bundles or the hair that they use in their extensions or sew-in, they're disappointed. They are saying it's trash, it tangles, it's the worst hair, it smells bad, all these different things. I'm gonna break everything down. This is all about the bundles or the extensions. So let's get into the first thing you need to do. Before you buy your bundles, before you figure out how to care for them, choose the right texture. And the right texture is not 100% determined by the texture of your natural hair. What is more important is how are you going to wear the hair? If part of the reason why you're getting a sew-in is not to just make your hair look nice, but also to protective style, you want to think, am I going to be adding heat to my leave out? How much leave out am I having? Is it going to be a flip over sew-in? Am I going to have multiple parts? How am I going to style this hair? So if you get a curly hair texture that is completely different from your natural hair texture, and perhaps your natural hair texture doesn't hold a curl very well, you are going to have to, let's say you have type 4 hair like me, this is a wig. Let's say you have type 4 hair, and then you decide to get a wig that is curly, but it is type 3 texture. You are going to have to wand curl your leave out to match that texture. Now, if you don't mind having a little frizz, I personally like it. I think it makes it look more natural. But if you want that like ultra sleek look and super defined curls, you are going to have to wand curl your hair multiple times. It's not really gonna match up. If you like your hair to be like bone straight, super sleek, and then you go for bundles that are in a yucky, like blown out texture, it also won't blend very well, because if you know how to really silk press your hair and get it like ultra fine and you don't have too much hair left out, you are going to have that like blowout look, and you're going to have to constantly flat iron and heat style those bundles, which means if your bundles are made out of real hair, you're going to cause heat damage to your bundles, and then it's not going to last long. It's going to tangle more, it's going to shed more. It's just not going to look that good because you have to work so hard to style it. So before you choose the texture, think about the texture of your own hair. Think about the texture of what's going to blend with your hair better in whatever style you choose to wear it. If you wear your hair like super bone straight like Morticia Adams every single day, why are you buying curly bundles just so you can straighten them? I understand sometimes it can be fun, or you're seeing your favorite influencer doing that, but if you're going to wear your hair straight all the time, even if it may be more processed to get straight hair, you may just want to go ahead and get straight hair, because even if you need to pass a flat iron through, you need very little work. In the same breath, if you like to wear your hair in like a big bouncy blowout body wave type of way, why are you buying straight hair? And while we're talking about styling the hair with heat, you might be thinking, well, I actually style my hair with flexi rods. I actually style my hair with heatless curlers. Well, maybe that's why your hair is shedding so much, because for those flexi rods to hold and those heatless stylers to hold, if you're doing that every single day, it has to be kind of tight. And this is a track, it's not a scalp. So you're pulling the hair out. That's why your hair is shedding so much. Maybe I went a little bit too hard on that, so I'll be slightly easier in the next tip. And now let's get into purchasing bundles, okay? Before you purchase the bundle, again, after you've chosen the texture, you need to choose the color. Something I've noticed as well online is that everyone is obsessed with jet black bundles, okay? I personally don't look good with black hair. I know this hair looks black, but the reason why it looks good on camera, even though it looks black, is because it's just dark brown. My hair is naturally brown. Some of it is dark brown, other parts of it are light brown. And so my hair blends better, even if it's just my hairline, my edges. And I think it just really complements me. And if anything, I actually look better with lighter hair. So I'm either going brown or lighter colors. So one thing that makes a lot of people complain and say, oh my gosh, this hair tangled so bad. You used the cheapest box dye you could find that's filled with ammonia. It is ultra drying. You didn't even use the right conditioning products afterwards. And then as soon as you got these perfect bundles, you dyed them jet black, and now they're tangling, and now the hair is dry, and now it's harder. But I just wanted to say that the natural color of bundles is so pretty too. If you style your hair right, it will look just as amazing, just as shiny, and if anything, it will look more like it's growing out of your scalp because it's a more natural color. Now, if your natural color, like my mom, is 1B jet black, by all means, ignore this, but still use the right dye and move forward. But if you have brown hair like me, I'm seeing people even dyeing their leave out jet black to match the bundles. Just use the natural color, okay? Just use the natural color. The other thing is, if you don't dye the hair, it's going to stay the healthiest for the longest because you haven't added any other chemicals to alter it other than probably a little bit of heat and whatever other products you'll be using on it, which you probably would still use anyway, even if you added the dye. So it is significantly less damage. Okay, so now it's time to buy the bundles. I'm not going to recommend any specific bundles because, to be honest, I haven't done a sew-in in over 10 years, okay? So I bought bundles for the first time and I'm trying out raw hair. I'll show you it in a minute. But choose your bundles wisely. Don't overspend for no reason. Find maybe a trusted hairstylist. There's lots of pages on Instagram. There's lots of local stores depending on where you live that might sell hair, so you can go in, you can touch the hair, you can feel it. I'm seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, we don't do Amazon bundles anymore. Depending on what your budget is, sometimes the Amazon bundles may just do just as well. I'm not gonna lie. This wig, people are always asking me, oh my gosh, your wig looks so good. It looks just like your hair. That's your natural hair. How did you get it? Where did you get this wig from? This wig is from Shein, okay? There's nothing special about this wig. It was a cheap wig I got on Shein. But this is just to say you can make those Amazon bundles look just as good as well. And now let's talk about raw hair. Everyone is saying you need raw hair. I bought raw hair for the first time and it actually just arrived yesterday. And I'm so excited to try it. But raw hair is not for everyone, okay? You need to know how to take care of hair well because raw hair means this is hair that has come straight off the head of someone. Maybe it's been mildly steam processed. I think if the steam processing is very minimal, it can still be considered raw hair. This means it has not been treated. It hasn't been bleached. There's no gloss over it. It is just like your natural hair in a different texture, which means it takes a little bit more work to style it. I've heard people saying like, oh, raw hair doesn't tangle. Have you ever met a human being whose hair never tangles? Like, it's hair. If you don't care for it properly, if you don't deep condition it, if you don't add the right products to it, it's gonna tangle, okay? So you may be someone who needs to get virgin hair. There's different qualities of hair. If you want me to make a video just on that, I can because it is a little bit detailed. Do a little research and get your bundles. Now, let me show you the hair that I got. I got 3 bundles raw Burmese hair, 3 bundles of 18 inches. I'm not gatekeeping. It's just that this is the first time I've purchased from this company. They're not very popular. I cannot recommend a product that I haven't tried because if it turns out that the hair is not as amazing as I'm hoping it would be, some of you guys can go out and buy it and then you'll be coming at me saying, that hair you recommended is not so great. So I'm not recommending it. This is the bundle, raw Burmese, 18-inch. You can see it's got a beautiful natural luster. It is thick from the root all the way to the bottom. This is almost the exact same color as the hair that grows out of my head, my natural hair. It is a beautiful dark brown color. I can run my fingers through it nice and easily. It definitely feels a lot more textured than other bundles I've ever tried before. It's got all those qualities, but when you touch it, it just has that slight bit of extra texture that tells you that it basically has not been processed at all. And this is definitely going to match with my hair because it almost feels like what my hair feels like after a really good silk press. So I know that my hair is going to blend into this. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because before you put the bundles into your hair, there's a few things that you need to do. One, you just need to inspect the bundles. Look at them, run your fingers through, see if there's lots of hair shedding. 1 or 2 hairs is normal, obviously. A big thing, I'm just gonna address this. A lot of people are like, smell the hair because it has that corn chip smell. To be honest, any hair I've ever purchased has a smell. I don't know what a corn chip smell is, but most of them don't smell great. And the reason is because this is a mass factory, steam processing hundreds and thousands of bundles every single day. What makes you think it's gonna smell amazing? Shockingly, it doesn't. Not only does it not have that like weird chemically smell, it actually smells nice, just like a conditioner or something like that. The next thing you want to inspect when you get your bundles, aside from seeing if it has any split ends or very thin ends, is If you get raw hair, especially, you want to weigh the hair just to make sure it's what you ordered. Most bundles are sold by the gram. So when people are complaining saying, oh my gosh, the bundle is so tiny, well, you got 30 inches, okay? They're gonna give you 100 grams of hair, whether you get 12 inches or whether you get 30 inches, which means the longer the hair, the smaller the bundle. If you're gonna get 30 inches of hair, you're probably gonna use 4 or 5 bundles. I also measured the bundles. So I ordered 18 inches, and the moment I got the packets, I looked at them, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've seen 18-inch bundles, and this looks a little longer than that. So let me measure it. And I measured it, and it was actually 20 inches, and every single bundle is 20 inches, which is amazing because personally, I like to trim my bundles after they're in my hair. Of course, if I get bundles and then they have dead ends and they're not good, I'll just cut them off directly from the bundle. But usually, if the hair is great like this from top to bottom, when I put the hair in my head, when it's been sewn in, I will cut the hair just like I would trim my own natural hair to make it have a perfect either blunt cut or U shape. And I think it just makes the hair look so much healthier and a lot more like it's growing out of your head. So you want to make sure you're getting what you're paying for, okay? If you get more than what you paid for, great. If you get less, send it back. And now let's get into a little bit of care. You've got the bundles, it's exactly what you ordered, you're happy with it, you're ready to put it in your hair. Take your bundles to the hair salon and let's get started. No. Just like I would assume, hopefully most people wash their clothes when they buy them from the store, you want to wash your bundles, okay? Simply because this may have been on a rack, for a long time. This is real hair. Hair is porous. It can absorb smells, it can absorb dirt. You want to wash it. I wash them just like this in the bundle. Step one is use a good shampoo. I've seen a lot of people that co-wash, and I think that's very unnecessary. I don't know what you're scared of because it's real hair. It can handle. If it can't handle a shampoo, there's probably something wrong with your bundles. Now, you don't have to use a super clarifying shampoo. Just use a nice, hydrating but deep cleansing shampoo, and then follow up with a really good deep conditioner that has lots of slip. It is very hydrating. It stays in the hair well. I really advise doing a really good deep condition. Wash the hair with warm water so that the cuticles are open. Put deep conditioner on it. Let it sit, preferably in a plastic bag, like tied closed, so you have like a little bit of steam in the hair. Let it sit for like even just 10 minutes and then rinse it out. Do not put conditioner on the tracks, okay? That's gonna stay in the hair. It may move down the hair and weigh down the hair. You're just putting it on the hair like from this portion all the way down. If you want, you can even start here if you're a little scared. Another thing is this is the track. This has been sewn on, so if you put something that's very slippery on the track, it can make it easier for the hairs to shed. So avoid doing that. And then when you rinse them out, just like you would in your natural hair, you want to put a very lightweight leave-in conditioner on all your bundles. Leave the hair to dry, and now your bundles are ready to be installed into your hair. And speaking of drying, air drying is the best, especially for your bundles. It's probably going to go back into the natural curl formation. You don't have to blow dry it or anything like that. That's very unnecessary. You can either dry it laying flat, which is not my favorite way, but if it's very hot, it will dry fine enough, or put it on some kind of hang wire or something and just let it dry down. Usually 24 hours is a good time frame, especially if you don't take it out of the tracks. And then once it's fully dry, you put the little bit of oil at the ends and your bundles are ready to be installed. So now that your bundles are fully taken care of, it's time to take care of your own hair to make sure that your hair is healthy and growing in its healthiest way underneath the bundles, during the sew-in, and after. And that is what my next video is going to be about. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if that seems interesting. Hit my face right there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning, as well as a second option. Watch this video right here for something different just for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!